Hey guys, so today we're going to continue practicing internal text structures. So here are the directions. So for each of the following chapters, you're going to write a paragraph using the text structure that I gave you, and then you're going to make sure that you include at least 3 transition words and highlight them to show that you know you're using them. And then you're going to complete the graphic organizer. So for chapter 5, this is an example that I'm going to show you, and we're going to practice chronological sequential about when Salva met Mariel. Then for chapter 6, you're going to use cause and effect to write about Salva becoming ill after eating the food. And then in chapter 7, you're going to write a process about building the boat to cross the Nile. So here's our example. I already filled in the graphic organizer with the events of the chapter. So the first event was that Salva was walking after he was stung by the swarm of bees. Then he stepped on Mariel's hand as he was walking. The third event is that he realized that Mariel was a Dinka boy who was the same age as him and who was also looking for his family. Event 4 was when Mariel explains that they're walking east towards Ethiopia. Then the final event of the chapter is how they bond as they walk. So, using my details that I filled in on my graphic organizer, I'm now going to write a chronological sequential paragraph. So, chapter 5 is when Salva is walking along the road after being stung by the swarm of bees. First, he steps over Mariel's hand while walking along the road. Then, Salva realizes that he is very similar to Mariel because they are both Dinka, they are the same age, and they are both looking for their families. After they bond, Mariel explains that they are both walking east towards Ethiopia. And finally, Salva and Mariel, let me make that a little smaller so we can see it. Salva and Mariel bond as they walk towards freedom. So here you can see I typed a paragraph based on my details. So now I'm going to go in and highlight my transition words. So my first one is first. I just go up here to highlight, and I'm going to use yellow. I'm going to do the same thing for then, after, and finally. Okay. So you can see that I have a paragraph using the text structure with my highlighted words, and I also have the graphic organizers filled in. So now what you're going to do is work on chapter 6. You are going to write 3 of the causes that led to Salva becoming ill, which is your effect. Once you fill that in, you're going to type your paragraph using transition words that go with cause and effect. And then for chapter 7, you're going to write about the process that resulted in the product of the men and Salva building the boats to cross the Nile. So again, you'll fill in 3 events here that led to them building the boat, and then you'll write your paragraph containing the transition words. Feel free to use your notes and go back and look at the PowerPoints that are posted.